The electric ball attack is slow and can be avoided by jumping up a wall, then hopping down after the double ball passes to get a hit in. When he dashes from side to side, jump up the wall to bait him into his own wall jumps. When Sigma starts to wall jump, time a drop to avoid him, letting out a shot to hit him as X falls. Then, if he started the jump from the same side X is on, jump up when he is on the far side of the room to avoid him while getting in another shot. If he starts to jump from the far side of the room, then stay crouching near the wall when he starts to make his way down. Don't rush, as Sigma gets his more dangerous attacks when reduced to 50% health. Instead, manipulate his health and then hit him with a burst of damage to reduce the time against his more difficult attacks. His first new attack summons floating virus heads that increases hitbox for the dash and jump attacks while blocking shots. If not destroyed, they can make avoiding Sigma more difficult, though do less damage than Sigma's body. When he teleports, Sigma will go to the right of the screen, and then fire a set of shockwaves. This can be a high, low, double, a low, high, double, or alternating the high and low 4 times in a row. The high waves can be ducked under, the low waves need to be avoided by using wall jumps to get high enough to avoid it, and the both can be avoided with either a full height jump or by sliding down the wall depending on where X is during the third wave. If X's position is off during the double wave, then the wing spiral can let him drop through the attack with good timing, though it is not recommended. When Sigma starts phase 2, he summons his hands that can individually pick one of 3 actions, moving up and down, trying to punch X, inflicting both touch and sometimes object crush damage, and firing an energy blast from the palm. Jumping as soon as Sigma's health bar fills, and then dropping will give enough time to avoid the energy ball if he doesn't punch, and lands on the fist if he punches, allowing a quick dash jump to one of the walls to avoid the energy ball if required. When on the wall, he has one more attack with the fists, where he can punch up diagonally. Depending on where the other hand is, the attack can be difficult to avoid. If the hand opposite X moves diagonally, but the one below does not, jumping on the moving fist and to the other side of the room will usually avoid it. If the hand X is on moves, then just stay on the wall, though if both hands move at the same time, drop down, then, when the hands start to return to the starting position, quickly jump back up. X can easily destroy the hands, which causes Sigma to move to a new attack, though that might not be advisable depending on his health value. His other attack at above 50% health is a short delay before firing a set of 4 energy balls on the ground, which wait for a moment before homing in one at a time on X's position. Try to have X's hand in line with the rectangle pattern on the wall. When the first energy ball starts to move, then dash jump over it, baiting the first 3 into a harmless position, then either do a short hop over the remaining one if it hasn't moved yet, then stand in line with the right side of Sigma's chin. When the first energy ball moves, dash under it, then start jumping up the wall to get in position to deal damage until the next attack starts. At 50% health, Sigma adds 2 hard to avoid attacks. The first is he summons purple squares at X position after a very brief delay. The only way to avoid the attack is to assume Sigma will use it every time he can once past the health threshold. Dropping down from the wall, then running to the other side of the room, doing a dash jump off the wall to clear the squares and baiting the moving one into a harmless position. The wing's spiral allows for a small error to be made when jumping off the wall, otherwise the movement has to be near perfect. When his hand appears at the top of the screen, lure it to the right of the screen, leaving enough room to wall jump off the side. Then, if X has enough health to take a hit, damage boost through to the right before wall jumping up to get 3 hits on the boss, making sure to hit the hand once with a full charge on its way to the left, then again as it closes back in on X. If X has very low health, then move with the electric beam very slowly. Try not to destroy the hand too early as he moves to another attack straight away. 4th Armor X can use his hover in place of the wing spiral when having to make corrections against Phase 1's shockwaves. Against Phase 2's energy balls, the air dash can be used alongside a regular wall jump if positioning for a dash jump proves difficult. To even get into the boss room, the Gaia armor has to do a wall dash jump off the final set of vanishing blocks. During Phase 1, its reduced movement speed can make it difficult to avoid attacks, though it can use its Giga attack to brute force through an attack with minimal damage. During Phase 2, it has the highest damage output, being able to charge and fire quicker than any other armor. With a lucky hands position, X can reduce Phase 2 to just over 50% health and quickly putting him in position to only be able to use the energy balls, letting X burn through even more of Sigma's health, potentially skipping the more dangerous attacks altogether. The Falcon armor can fly around the shockwaves during Phase 1, while the Giga attack can be used to finish off the phase when it gets to low health. With the speedster part, the Falcon armor is able to easily outpace the purple cubes, though the hand from above cannot be outrun. Lastly, the ultimate armor, while powerful, can still be stopped by the hands, and hit by other attacks if the timing is off. Zero's Z-Buster has actual use against Sigma Phase 1, letting Zero manipulate Sigma's health as well as being used alongside 2 spin attacks to add on extra damage while trying for a burst, to minimize the time Sigma can use his shockwaves for. When avoiding the low shockwave, Zero is able to double jump over it with a full height jump into a double jump, allowing for the double shockwave to always be avoided with a full height jump. When attacking the second phase of the boss, a full height jump into a spin is enough to hit the weak point. Wasting Zero's double jump will often lead to taking damage, as it is needed to react to Sigma's hands. With the Shot Eraser, Zero can destroy the hand's energy ball, making it easier to deal with. Zero's air dash can also be used to damage the weak point when dealing with the energy balls. If playing as Zero or no Armored X, it is recommended to have the Shock Absorber part, as otherwise the boss can take over half your health with certain attacks depending on the amount of health upgrades obtained.